You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report, episode 149.1, our daily report on all things Central Indiana sports, along with some major national news.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengelt.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you've chosen to listen to the Central Indiana Sports Report, we welcome you with open arms. Today is January 16, 2025. It's a Thursday, so it's another day for the Central Indiana Sports Report. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, and I love Central Indiana sports. Coming to you today from Madison Grant High School, producer Susie is in the control room at headquarters in Jeffersonville. Today we have updates on local boys basketball and girls basketball, Pacers, Purdue basketball, the Colts, the NFL playoffs, the college football playoffs, professional volleyball, plus Taylor, Anderson, and Indiana Wesleyan men's basketball updates. But before we get to that, please go like, subscribe, or follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or YouTube so you don't miss a single segment. Quick note, this is the latest the daily report will ever appear. It usually is released at 5 a.m. every day. Some days, though, things don't go as planned. Or we have a team on the West Coast like Purdue was on Wednesday evening. As expected, it was a classic in the opening round of the Delaware County Boys Basketball Tournament. In a game of two teams that were a combined 19-2 and both reigning regional champions, number one and unbeaten Wapahani held off Delta for a 43-38 victory. The Raiders will face 2-6 Daleville in Friday's semifinal round. Wapahani was led by 13 points from junior Camden Bell, 11 from Eli Andrews, and 9 each from Nate Luce and Brock Zickgraf. In the other semifinal, Yorktown will face winless Cowan after the Tigers beat Westdale 66-50 on Wednesday to end a 7-game losing streak. Yorktown is now 4-7 overall. Westdale falls to 5-6. Senior Ephraim Doherty, who committed to play football at Tiffin earlier this week, led Yorktown with 17 points. Anderson Prep beat Blue River 78-58 for the Jets' 7th win of the season. The 7 win sets a new standard for the APA boys basketball program. With 12 regular season games left to play, they're now 7-4 overall. 4 Jets scored in double figures, led by Lincoln Fathhour's 24 points. Zamarian Bryant had 20, Cameron Anderson 15, and Marcus McLean 14 for APA. In the Marion County Tournament quarterfinals, Ben Davis beat Southport 59-47. 5th-ranked Lawrence North topped Warren Central 41-39. Pike Blue passed Ron Colley 57-37. And North Central advanced with a 72-58 win over Decatur Central. In girls basketball, Oak Hill won its 13th game in a row, 40-29 over Northwestern. The Golden Eagles are now 17-1. They now rank 2nd in the state, defensively giving up just 27.9 points per game. Wabash beat Eastbrook 46-33 Wednesday. The Panthers fall to 5-11, while the Apaches improved to 14-4 with 5 wins in their last 6 games. Eastbrook's Mia Bustos and Michaela Fox and Wabash's Brooklyn Buzzard all tied with game highs of 12. The first ever IHSA Girls Wrestling State Finals are Friday morning, starting at 10 with the championship round at 7. We have several local state championship contenders led by Hamilton Heights junior Kendall Moe, who is a 2-time reigning state champion. Daleville's Kinley Keffer is ranked 2nd in the 105-pound weight class. And, of course, Pendleton Heights sophomore Maddie Marsh, who has been dominant this year as she was last year. She was state champion as well last year. Western freshman Jade Johnson is ranked number 2 in the state at 145 pounds. Kokomo senior Brielle Humphreys is ranked number 2 in the state at 235. Hamilton Heights senior Zoe Pugh is ranked 3rd at 120. Eastbrook's regional champion Haley Corporal is ranked 8th at 115, as is Westdale sophomore Sophia Gropp at 155. Also competing locally, Frankton junior Jaden Hughes, Western Senior Rebecca McGuire, Marion Jr. Alana Montgomery, LaPel Jr. Paige Stiers, who is ranked 10th in the state, Hamilton Heights Jr. Isabella Bailey, Westdell sophomore Paisley Chambers, and Tipton sophomore Emerson Atkins. On Thursday afternoon, we will release our girls' state finals preview. Likely still without Tyrese Halliburton, the Pacers will try to rebound from Tuesday's 127 to 117 loss to Cleveland. That ended the Pacers' 6-game winning streak. They go to Detroit tonight to try to start a new one. They face a 21-19 Pistons team that has won 7 of their last 8 and 10 of their last 12 games, led by the young, sensational Cade Cunningham. Number 17, Purdue outscored Washington 47-28 in the second half for its 6th consecutive victory. The Boilermakers trailed 30-22 at the half and started the second half on a 26-6 run and led the rest of the way. Trey Kaufman-Wren led the way with 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Braden Smith had another huge night, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. Anderson improved to 7-1 in the Heartland Conference and 12-3 overall with a 77-69 road win at Manchester Wednesday. Kenny Trout led the Ravens with 22 points. Tate Ivanhoe and Anderson grad Marco Beverly scored 14 apiece. Freshman Nolan Swan from Tipton had 7 points. Bryant Smith led Manchester with 27. Clay McCorkle from Oak Hill had 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Indiana Wesleyan won for the 7th time in its last 9 games with an 85-76 triumph over Goshen in Marion. 5 Wildcats scored in double figures, led by Wapahani grad Isaac Andrews, 19 points off the bench. Taylor took an 82-68 loss at number 18 Huntington on Wednesday. The Trojans are now 11-7 overall and fall to 4-4 in the Crossroads. They were led by 18 points and 13 rebounds from Anton Webb. There's a new professional volleyball team in Indiana, the Indy Ignite. They host their 2nd game of the season Thursday at the Fishers Event Center. In their franchise debut, Indy beat Orlando in 4 sets. The Ignite of the Pro Volleyball Federation host the Grand Rapids Rise Thursday at 7. If you can't get there, the game will be streamed on YouTube. We are just 5 days away from the College Football National Championship, where number 7 Notre Dame faces off with number 8 Ohio State in Atlanta. As of Wednesday evening, the Buckeyes are considered 8-point favorites. On Wednesday, Notre Dame safety Xavier Watts was named first-team All-American by ESPN. Indiana quarterback D'Angelo Pond and Notre Dame defensive tackle Riley Mills were named to the 2nd team. The NFL announced that the Colts will play a game in Berlin, Germany next season. No date or opponent is expected until the full NFL schedule is released in the spring. It's expected to be a multi-year deal, for the Colts playing several games in Germany over the next few years, according to an NFL press release. The ESPN also named its all-rookie team on Wednesday. Colts first-round draft pick Laiatu Latu was 2nd-team all-rookie at defensive end. Tyrone Tracy from Decatur Central, a Giants running back, was named 2nd-team. And the NFL playoffs resume on Saturday with Houston at Kansas City at 4:30 on ABC and Washington at Detroit at 8 on Fox. The Chiefs and Lions are both more than a touchdown favorite. On Sunday, the Rams are in Philadelphia at 3 on NBC, and the divisional round concludes Sunday with the big one, Ravens at the Bills. The Eagles are considered an 8.5 or 6.5 point favorite, and Baltimore Buffalo is basically considered a toss-up by the odds makers. And now you know everything we know about Central Indiana sports. Thank you for listening to the Daily Report. We will be back on Friday with another one. We would love it if you'd tell a friend about the Central Indiana Sports Report. The Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media. And I love Susie.